Welcome to Skydive Zanzibar. All the team here at Skydive Zanzibar are delighted to introduce you to the incredible world of skydiving. Very soon we will be joining you in the beautiful skies over Zanzibar for the experience of a lifetime. You have chosen the very best and the very safest method of experiencing this amazing sport by choosing to do what we call a tandem skydive. A tandem skydive means that you will be attached to one of our highly experienced instructors during the entire experience. They will prepare all the equipment that you will need. They will wear the parachute system and you will be connected to the instructor using a specifically designed and manufactured parachute harness. Our instructors are extremely experienced. They are all certified tandem skydive instructors by the United States Parachute Association, the world's leading authority in our sport. The equipment we use is a specialist tandem parachute system manufactured by the United Parachute Technologies in the USA, recognized as the world's best tandem parachute system manufacturer. Our flight operations, flight crew, and aircraft are all strictly regulated by the Tanzania Civil Aviation Authority. With all these regulations and experience in place, skydiving is actually a very safe activity. However, there are a few things that you will need to understand and assist your instructor with during the skydive to make your experience as safe, comfortable, and as enjoyable as possible. This short video is designed to prepare you ready for the thrill of a lifetime. When you arrive at our Skydive Centre, you will be met by our awesome team. They will sit down with you and go through some short paperwork. Once that's all done, one of our instructors will get you ready. Please make sure you empty your pockets, take off any loose items of jewellery, and you can store your personal items safely in our office. Now you will get ready, but once we start putting the equipment on you, it is no longer possible to go to the bathroom. So if you need to go, now is the right time. Firstly, you will be fitted with a tandem student parachute harness. This harness is very similar to the harness worn by your instructor. It needs to be fitted so it is comfortably snug on your body, but not too tight. Some of the straps may seem a little loose at this point, but don't worry. We do this for your comfort as you still have about 20 minutes before you get onto the plane. It's important not to make any changes or adjustments to the harness once your instructor has fitted it to your body. You will also be given a pair of skydiving goggles. Just place them over your head and pull them down around your neck. If you need to wear glasses, that's fine. Just let your instructor know and they will swap the normal skydive goggles for a special pair that are designed to be worn over spectacles. Now is a good time to prepare your hair if you have long hair. It is best to tie your hair in a ponytail or a bun so that it does not get in the way of your instructor during the skydive. Please note that once you are in your harness, you must not eat any food or smoke as this can cause damage to the parachute harness. It is perfectly fine to skydive in shoes or even in bare feet, whatever you would prefer. If you want to wear shoes, please make sure they are fastened securely with laces. Shoes without laces could come off during the skydive. The tandem parachute system will already be placed in the car, waiting to take you to the airport. This parachute system is specifically designed to take 2 people. It actually consists of 2 parachutes, the main parachute and a second backup parachute, which we call the reserve. Also in the parachute system, what we call an automatic activation device. This is yet another safety measure built into the parachute system that can deploy the reserve parachute automatically should the instructor not be able to do so. If you have any friends or family coming to watch your skydive, you can tell them that you'll be jumping in approximately 20 minutes from this point. So point them to the landing area on the beach and they can go and wait to watch you land. Now you are ready to go. The airport we use is about a 10-minute drive from the office, so you will get into our car with your instructor and enjoy some music whilst you calm your nerves and think about what crazy activity awaits you. When you arrive at the airport, your instructor will collect the parachute system from the car and walk with you to the aircraft. Please be sure to stay right next to your instructor. You should never walk over the plane boarding area or approach the aircraft without your instructor. Before you start getting ready, your instructor will make a video of you arriving at the aircraft, so just follow his directions carefully and remember to give them a big thumbs up. The instructor will then put their parachute on at this time and do one final safety check of your parachute harness. It's at this time that they will fully tighten all the straps prior to you getting into the plane. You can see that we have adapted the aircraft specifically for skydiving. That means we have removed all the seats, and therefore you and your instructor will sit on the floor. Your instructor will get into the plane first, and when they tell you to join them inside, you should enter, being careful not to bang your head or snag the harness you are wearing on any part of the plane. You should sit in front of your instructor on the floor and in between their legs like this. You will be connected to the parachute system by 4 points of attachment. The first 2 points of attachment that will be connected are the 2 hip connectors, one on the left side and one on the right side. These need to be quite tight, so just relax and stay still whilst your instructor connects them to the parachute system nice and tightly. Your instructor may ask you to sit on their legs very briefly to assist with the process, but if that is not required, they will do it whilst you remain sitting on the floor. Once the 2 hip connectors are attached and fully tightened, the instructor will finish getting you ready by attaching the 2 final points of attachment located at your shoulders. If any final adjustments are needed, the instructor might tighten the shoulder straps a little more, but this is not always necessary. You still do not need to wear your skydive goggles at this point, just keep them around your neck. Your instructor will tell you when they should be put over your eyes just before the skydive, but for the flight, you will not need to wear them. With all 4 points of connection correctly fastened and your instructor has made any final adjustments, you are fully connected to your instructor and you are ready for takeoff. The pilot will start the engine and you will make your way in the plane the short distance to the runway. Then it's takeoff. The flight up to 10,000 feet will take approximately 15 minutes. Take this time to enjoy the stunning views as you fly around the beautiful coastline of Zanzibar. The instructor will continue to video and take photos during this time, so be sure to keep that smile on. When you have about 3 minutes to go before your skydive, your instructor will remind you of everything that is required one final time, and then will tell you to put your skydiving goggles on. Pull up the goggles and place them over your eyes. The elastic should be brought up and sit comfortably just above your ears. The goggles will be quite loose at this point, so you should tighten them by pulling the elastic at the front. After you have tightened the goggles, there will be some extra elastic extending out each side. It's best if you can tuck this excess elastic away so it doesn't interfere with your skydive experience by flapping against your face. Now it's time for the final preparation before your instructor tells you it's time to go. Place your hands onto your Tandem skydive harness and keep your elbows tucked in close against your body. When the plane is in the correct position for you and your instructor to jump, the pilot will inform your instructor to go. At this point, your instructor will tell you to put both of your feet outside the plane and he will move you into position ready to jump. Your instructor will remain seated inside the plane, while you, connected to their front, will be outside the plane. You must now get into the perfect plane exit position, ready to jump. You should bend your body in the shape of a banana with your hips forward, your head back on your instructor's right shoulder, and your legs pushed back under the plane. Your hands should remain holding the shoulder straps of your parachute harness, and your elbows should remain close to your body. The instructor will then, with you connected to them, Exit the plane and the skydive will commence. After 3 to 5 seconds, the instructor will tap you on the shoulder with 3 clear and deliberate taps. This is your indication to move from the perfect plane exit position to the perfect skydive position. You should release your grip from the shoulder straps of the skydive harness and bring them into the perfect skydive position as shown here. Throughout the skydive, they should remain in this position. At the same time, you should maintain the banana position with your head up, hips forward, and your legs back in between your instructor's legs. At the designated time, the instructor will open the parachute. The parachute will take between 5 to 10 seconds to fully open and start flying. Once the parachute is open and you are flying, you can relax your entire body. You can remove your skydive goggles if you wish for better visibility. The instructor will continue to video and take photographs from the camera on his wrist whilst he is flying the parachute back towards the landing area. Your instructor will make some small adjustments to your skydive harness to make you more comfortable. During this process, you might feel it move slightly and some of the straps are loosened. Don't worry, this is perfectly normal. The final part of the skydive experience is the landing. For the landing, your instructor will need your assistance to ensure the landing is safe and gentle. In the seconds before you touch back down on the ground, your instructor will say to you, "Legs up." When you hear these words, you should raise your feet and legs into the air. There are 2 ways to conduct the landing, and the chosen method will be determined by the strength of the wind on landing. Plan A is to make a very gentle and soft landing in the seated position. This means the only part of both of your bodies to touch the ground is your bottoms. However, if the wind conditions are such that a stand-up landing is possible, your instructor will say, "Stand up," just as you come into land. If you hear your instructor say these words, then lower your legs and put your feet down onto the ground, standing up as you land. Your skydive is complete! Congratulations, you are now a skydiver.